there, my name's Nami and I went on my first solo trip to the Philippines and it was amazing. This is episode 2, so if you haven't seen episode 1, I recommend going to check that out before watching this one. It's a little bit of a storyline. Link is down below. And if you like travel and stories and travel stories and stuff, subscribe to my channel and maybe check out my Instagram. I also post stuff there. Also, at the end of this video, I want to give a big ol' shout out to some people who have helped me reach a goal, which I did not think I was going to reach so soon. I think you know who you are. Please stay tuned to the end for that shout out. Anyway, back to my solo trip. Let me pick up where I left off. So after my outing of zip lining and butterfly sanctuarying, I got a tricycle to my new hotel. Yes, tricycle. Anyway, so I asked my tricycle driver where I could get converters to charge my batteries, and he drove me around and took me to a spot and like even went in with me and helped me find the converters and talked to the people and got the price lowered or something. I don't know. He was very, very helpful. And then afterwards, he asked me if I was hungry. And I was like, yes, I am. He asked me, what do you want to eat? I said, I don't know. What is good? He said, grilled chicken. I know a place. So he took me to this really good grilled chicken place. Later I found out that grilled chicken was his favorite food, so naturally he would know a really good grilled chicken place. And I got a fresh coconut to go along with my grilled chicken. And if anyone knows anything about me, you know that I like all things coconut. Coconut milk, coconut oil, cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is not coconut, but it sounds like cocoa, and I like it. Anyway, my tricycle driver was trying to get me to book a tour with him, and he showed me his selection. He was suggesting the day tours, but I had already done most of that stuff with the waiter from the restaurant who kind of took me around in the morning. But then I saw on his list of tours that there was a firefly watching tour. I do not mind bugs and critters. So that was a very intriguing tour for me. I don't think he was so interested in doing the night tours because even after I said, ooh, firefly tour, he kept suggesting the daytime stuff. No, how about this one? How about this one? All this stuff in the daytime. And then finally he was like, oh, but firefly tour is so late. I was like, yeah, well, you can't really see a firefly in the daytime now, can ya? This is the only tour I want to do. If you don't want to do it, then I don't want to do a tour. I was being stubborn. He said, okay, fine. I'll drop you off at your hotel. I'll pick you up at 5 p.m. We can go on the tour. I said, yes. And we bargained the price. So the whole day, including him taking me around and then showing me the restaurant and stuff, only ended up being like $25. My mind was blown. I was like, damn, is this normal? I almost felt kind of guilty. Is that high or low in the Philippines? Can someone tell me? Anyway, he dropped me off at my hotel, and then I decided that the next day I wanted to go to El Nido, so I booked my van to El Nido, which was going to be a 6-hour-long van ride. 5 p.m. rolled around and we were off to go firefly watching. The drive there was kind of bumpy, but so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. The scenery and the landscape in the Philippines is just so beautiful. Like, there's so many parts of it that are just untouched. You've got just such open areas and fresh air and forest and sunrises and sunsets. Ugh. Anyway, we got there a little early, so before the sun went down, since we had about, I don't know, like an hour or a little less till it got dark, we just kind of started roaming around, and little did I know that my tricycle driver, Ron, would end up becoming my cameraman without me even asking.
Are you videoing?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, very good. Oh, it's pretty. Now video?
Yes, video.
You're a good photographer.
My driver asked me if he could join me on the tour because he said he'd never been on this firefly tour before, like on the boat. And I was allowed to take like one other person along on the tour with me, like no extra charge. So I was like, yeah, man, hop on board. Enjoy the fireflies.
Here we go. I don't know if we can see anything anymore, but here are the stars. Yeah.
I caught the firefly.
Oh,
I'll give it to you.
They're so tiny.
Ugh, I wish my camera could pick up what I saw. Like, my camera does not do it any justice. But let me just like try to explain it as well as I can so you can kind of visualize how I saw this tour through my eyes. First of all, this tour wasn't just to see fireflies, it was also to see the stars. And I had no idea that like stargazing was a part of the tour. And so like the tour guide was, you know, flashing his little laser light, pointing out all the constellations and stuff. And I was just in awe. The stars were super clear. And I've got a thing for fireflies and stars already, so I'm like losing my mind. But then the tour guide said, hey, look into the water. And he took his paddle and he moved it through the water, and with the motion of the water, it all lit up with bioluminescent plankton. I've always wanted to see bioluminescent plankton. They may not have been the ones that you see in the pictures that are like really vibrant blue, but they were kind of like this light greenish color. And I don't know, when you've always wanted to see something and then you see it, especially when you weren't expecting to see it, it just hits you so hard. Everything around me was just like glittering and twinkling. The freaking fireflies to the left and the right, the stars above me, and then below my butt was just bioluminescent plankton glittering, and I had my hand in the water and they would light up whenever I would like run my hand through the water. Ugh! And everything was just so peacefully calm and silent also. And I just had a moment with myself where I was like, this moment right now is my own little personal moment. No one else will know exactly how I feel right in this moment, and it almost felt like time stopped. It was too dark to film, I wasn't on my phone, and it just kind of reminded me why I took this solo trip in the first place. I just kind of wanted to have these independent moments to myself that I can look back on and no one else like knows about it. Well, now you guys know about it, but you know what I mean? In the time being, no one really knows exactly how it was for me, except for me. You know what I'm saying? I know my taxi driver was there and the tour guide was there, but still, it's so dark, it just kind of felt like you were alone on that boat. That might sound kind of creepy to some people, but like honestly, this was one of my favorite moments on the trip. One of them. And mind you, this is coming from an introvert. I'm really introverted, especially these days, and you know, I like moments to myself. It was a magical experience, okay?
Thank you. Salamat po, Matt. Say hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Might I add that tour guide was cute. Oh, he was fine. Anyway, before and after a lot of these tours, they'll take a picture of you and then you can like purchase the picture after the tour. So I did buy a picture.
Let's see.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I still have it. I'm so happy. Look at that smile. Ron, my tricycle driver, asked me if I was hungry, and I said yes, because I was hungry. So we drove into town and got some food. He was such a good tour guide. Like, he took me to this harbor area, which was really nice. So I told him that I would pay for dinner, you know, because he was just so helpful with the converters and then driving around for such a low price, in my opinion, and the tour, and he was filming also, so he was very helpful. So I wanted to treat him, because I like treating helpful and nice people. The fish looked so cool and so fresh, so I got a fish. He got a chicken wing. This is where I found out that chicken wings were his favorite, because I was like, is that all you want? You want like a fish or whatever? But anyway, we shared everything, so it was cool. And that was a very delicious meal, and that fish was so fresh. After dinner, my driver kind of suggested that we could go see some bars or clubs, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm tired. I want to go home. And then he dropped me off at my hotel, and he almost drove off without me paying him. I'm like, yo, maybe you must have had as good of a time as I had then. You're gonna drive off without getting paid. Can't forget your cash, man. So next morning, I took a 6-hour van ride to El Nido. This was a windy and curvy long trip. The girl next to me was threatening to vomit. The woman in front of me was coughing her lungs out that I'm surprised that she didn't vomit. And then the woman in the back was singing church songs at the top of her lungs, especially when those curves were hitting hard. Needless to say, that van ride was weird, and I was happy to get off of it.
I'm in El Nido. Yes.
I reached my hostel, it's called Spin Designer, and it was a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. Then the next day I did a boat tour in El Nido and met some of the most amazing people who I still talk to today. But I will save that for episode 3. So have you ever seen bioluminescent plankton before? Did you see the blue kind, or did you see the light greenish kind that I saw? Nature is just so mind-blowingly amazing. I love it. Also, let me know if you've been on any crazy van rides. Those aren't fun. Before I end this video, let me share my update and my shout out. The update is that I have reached 1,000 subscribers, and that was a goal for myself for the end of this year. So most of you guys that are new subscribers are from the Philippines, and a few of you are not. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to my channel. I was not expecting it. It was a little overwhelming a little bit, you know, because when you're not expecting things, they hit you so much harder, you know. So I really appreciate all the positivity and the support and appreciation that I've been to your country, and your country is gorgeous. I've also learned a few things from your guys' comments because I read all of them. One, it's called a tricycle or a habal, not a tuk-tuk. Tuk-tuk is Thai. Tricycle or habal is Filipino. Number 2, my name means delicious in one dialect of Filipino or something, I think. Number 3, there are so many places I have not seen that you guys have recommended to me to go, and I looked just one up and I nearly cried because it made me want to go back so bad. I am definitely coming back to the Philippines. I was already planning to do that before I even made my first solo trip video, you know, but you guys really make me want to come back even more. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'll end it there. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the notification button also so you can be notified whenever I post. And I hope to see you in my next video of my solo trip to the Philippines, episode 3. Bye!